here at Colonial Life Arena, where the Gamecocks just took on number 14 ranked Mississippi State.
The Carolina Gamecocks came into their matchup against number 14 Mississippi State looking to get a much-needed win and break their 6-game losing streak. This is also the second time both these teams faced off this year. The Gamecocks looked to take down the Bulldogs, unlike their first bout. The Bulldogs got the scoring started early with a Josh Hubbard three-pointer, shortly followed by a Claudell Harris Jr. jumper. As the Bulldogs began to take an early lead, the Gamecocks stepped up with a Zachary Davis jumper that kept them in the game. As the first half progressed, Jamari Thomas started catching fire with multiple layups and began to pull ahead as the top scorer of the night for the Gamecocks. Despite the Gamecocks' efforts, the Bulldogs were laying it all out on the court and walked away from the first half up 28-20. During halftime, Shane Beamer and the football team greeted Gamecock fans, welcoming the new recruits prior to the 2025 season. As the second half tipped off, the Gamecocks were fired up and began to close the gap on the Bulldogs. Jamari Thomas did not stop scoring for the Gamecocks with a jumper, multiple free throws, and a three-pointer. The last few minutes of regulation saw a lot of action from the Gamecocks as they came back from a 14-point deficit. Zachary Davis took the Gamecocks and the Bulldogs into overtime with a layup that made it 55-55 at the buzzer. With 5 minutes on the clock, the arena came alive. However, to the home fans' dismay, the Bulldogs got the scoring started early with a Claudell Harris layup. With 2 minutes left in overtime, Arden Conyers made a couple of free throws, tying the game up once again at 57-57. That would be the last time the Gamecocks felt hope as the Bulldogs pulled away once more. The scoring for the Bulldogs all came from free throws as the Gamecocks threw away the game with multiple fouls. With a final score of 65-60, the Bulldogs took yet another win against the Gamecocks. The Gamecocks are now 10-10 overall, 0-7 in SEC competition, and still sitting at the bottom of the standings.
For SGTV, I'm Diego Hess.